Hey, good day everybody. We've got this Titanium Flux 125 inverter power source flux core arc welder. Uses 030 wire. I'm going to go ahead and set this up and do a little demo on it. Plugs right into a standard wall socket. Okay, here's everything that came in the box. So it comes with the whip, tip already installed. Came with an extra tip and then some nozzles too. So sometimes these things break. These ones are kind of plastic, so these things break. I'll show you how to replace those. Ground clamp. Came with a strap that goes right around the machine. And of course, this thing plugs right into the wall. The wire is going to go right up here. And that's good. It comes with the rollers. I'll show you how to install the wire. The wire is going to go around here and feed through here, out through the whip there. And for our settings, pretty easy. We've got our heat here, our power, and then this is our wire feed speed here. So we'll see if we can get a good combination of both and get this thing to lay a nice bead if possible, if we can. All right, here's the wire I'm going to install. So I've got the thing unplugged. Go ahead and open this up. So the first thing we need to do is get that wire in there. So this is going to have to come off of there too. Some threads. This comes off. And that comes off there. Take this, flip this up. So you're going to want to tighten this, but not too tight because this tensions this wire. So if your wire doesn't feed as good as you want it to, if you pull the trigger and it's kind of slipping, it's because this isn't tight enough. So this is your wire tensioner. But if you have it too tight, it'll pinch right there and it can start shaving off some of your wire and create problems down the road. So you want just the right amount of tension there. You'll get a feel for it. Just kind of snug it down, but don't reef on it too hard. But go ahead and pop that off there, and then this comes out like that. Now we'll open the wire up. I'm just going to kind of show you how this thing's going to sit right down on there. And then this, once we clip it, will feed right up in there. So we can go ahead and put this back on now. And go ahead and screw that down there. I'm not going to crank this down all the way either, because then it won't move. You want this thing to kind of be able to do that. If you crank it down too hard, it makes it hard for the wire to pull off and the motor's working harder. Let it go. You want to make sure it's feeding right through this hole there too. So you can see it's kind of off at first. So you're going to have to help guide it into that hole right there. Okay, you don't have to do it all the way, just get it like that so it doesn't pop back out of there and create a rat's nest. And put this back down, clamp it there, and we're ready to go. Now what we can do is just feed the wire up through the whip here by pulling the trigger. So I'll go ahead and crank the wire speed all the way up just to kind of help it out. The other thing I like to do is take the end of this off, take the cup and the tip off. That way it doesn't hit the bottom of the tip and start spooling up. It just makes it easier. I'll show you. So this just unthreads off of there. Same with the tip here. Now I'm going to go ahead and just pull this and feed the wire up through it. There it is. Okay, now what I do is I'll just take and put the tip and the cup back on. And the tips are 030 tips. You used to see a 0.030 on the end of here. Nothing smaller, nothing bigger, because the tip has to match the diameter of the wire. So 030 and 030. And I'm just going to take and snip the end of this wire off here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and see what kind of a fillet weld this thing will laying in there a lot better. Not as much spatter, but still getting a little bit. Okay, there's a couple beads. You can see where I tied into that other one. Hey, one thing to note here too, when you're welding along, see how the end of that tip gets goobered up? Make sure you get all that off of there with your needle nose. Keep it nice and clean. All right, for this welder, let's go ahead and put the strap on it. Makes it easier to carry. So it's just gonna go right through here and then right through the back of here. Okay, what I'm gonna do first is just go right through this bottom one. I'm gonna come right back out the top here, and I'm just gonna fold it back and right through that hole. Okay, here's what I got going now. So now I'm gonna put enough slack in here to be able to slide this top part down through here and up and around. See, I came out of there and around through here and then down through this. So I created a bunch of slack in this one. But now, just pull that tight. Now I've got my adjustment right here. I take this and come around through the top of this and push it through here this way. Okay, so I went through and around there. Now I'm going to do the same thing with this, and I'm going to create some slack here and run this piece underneath this piece. Down around through the bottom, and then looped it up underneath this other piece, and now I could pull this one, pull them both, and I've got my adjustment right here. So now we can pick our welder up. That is nice. This is necessary to have for this thing. You're going to want this strap. Oh yeah, this makes it real nice because you can loosen it like this. Just pull it that way. It makes it longer. If you want more, pull it this way. It makes that longer. If you want it tighter, just pull on your under piece here, right there, and that'll tighten it up. Tighten it up some more on the under piece here that we put under.